very, very, very first time I've ever done stand-up comedy. I'm usually the guy who gets nervous answering his name in the register, so this is quite a big deal for me. To be up here on stage in front of you all, metaphorically breaking my comedy hymen in. So, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about a personal passion of mine. It's one of life's simple pleasures, something that we all enjoy in private, even if we don't admit it, ladies. I'm talking, of course, about the Daily Mail, which is Britain's second best-selling newspaper, and a newspaper which, it's fair to say, divides opinion. Daily Mail's a newspaper that's always got its hot topics: immigration, the royal family, the BBC, the EU, broken Britain, and so on. And the Daily Mail always lets its opinion be known in the headlines. For example, I've brought today's copy of the Daily Mail, and the headline says, "Sex text, the new epidemic." And this is the latest thing corrupting our children, apparently, that boys and girls as young as 13 routinely swap explicit pictures of themselves of each other. That must be awful for them. Anyway, I'm going to read you 3 headlines now, but only one of them is a real Daily Mail headline. See if you can spot which one. Number 2. Could asylum seekers be behind Kate's acute morning sickness? Number 2. Could the Polish infect the British people with AIDS? And number 3. Could the euro ruin the British economy? So, which one is a real headline? It sounds like it should be the euro, shouldn't it? Well, I'll tell you which one is. None of them! They're all just pure petty slander by the liberal media against the esteemed and respectable journalistic institution that is the Daily Mail. I love the Daily Mail, particularly around Christmas, because it reminds me of my childhood and the Christmases I've spent with my grandparents and their bumper Christmas edition of the Daily Mail. I used to be so excited in the car with my parents, driving to my grandparents' house. I couldn't wait to get there and open up the bumper Christmas edition of the Daily Mail. In the car, we used to guess, which immigrants have the EU let overtake the Britain this year? The Lithuanians, my dad would say. No, it's the Romanians, my mum would say. They're ruining Waitrose. The Poles, I'd puppet from the back. It's always the bloody Poles. I was right, of course. When we got there, the headline on the front page proudly proclaimed, "Polish immigrants ruin Christmas. Again." It said that immigrants had taken all the temporary Christmas jobs at Marks and Spencer's away from hard-working, ordinary British people. How disgusting, says Grandma. Think of the poor British children. Princess Diana wouldn't stand for this shit, yells Grandma from the corner. Right you are, Grandpa. Right you are. Then I got to open up the bumper Christmas edition of the Daily Mail myself. It was so exciting. I got to read what all the columnists thought. My favourite, Jan Moore, was talking about Stephen Gately, the dead gay one from Boyzone. She was saying that the real sadness about Gately's death is that it strikes another blow to the happy ever after myth of civil partnerships. Wow, I thought, how insightful. There really is something morally objectionable to civil partnerships after all. Thank you, Jan Moore. It's good to see a newspaper that respects conservative values, says my dad. Princess Diana wouldn't stand for this shit, Grandpa yells from the corner. And we all laugh. Then I get to the best bit, the letters section. The Daily Mail readers were ever so wise. I couldn't wait to see if they printed the letter that I wrote to Santa, asking the government to deport Abu Qatada. But even better, my mum had had her letter printed, where she attacked the evil BBC for replacing Happy Christmas with Happy Holidays, so as not to offend the Muslims. But then it's finished. The bumper Christmas edition of the Daily Mail is over for another year. But then I think to myself, it's okay, because the Daily Mail is always there. Whenever the bureaucrats in Brussels ban another toy on health and safety grounds, the Daily Mail is there. Never asylum seekers start eating the Queen's swans. The Daily Mail is there. And whatever future awaits our monarch brewing in Kate's belly at the moment, the Daily Mail will be there every step of the way. And there'll always be, so long as Britain remains broken. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks very much.